Hey, it's Nay, and welcome to Nay's Little Garden. So, I'm gonna keep this one very quick. I just wanted to show you something. So, I do intend to, what's the word? I can't remember the word, but like cut off the angled part of my tomatoes in like a month or so. Like, they're growing, so I don't know, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 4 weeks, it could be 5 weeks, whatever. I'm gonna cut that part when it gets to a decent length and put that into some soil and have that then grow me some more tomatoes. That's definitely something I'm gonna be doing. But another thing I did was about, oh my gosh, it's the 20, we're in the mid-20s of this month now, and so this was in the beginning of the month. This was the 9th. I had started, like, put some seeds of Berry's Crazy, cherry tomato, habanero pepper, jalapeno, and dwarf sneaky sauce tomato. Lord, please rain. Not yet. 2 more minutes. And they have sprouted finally, and I won't have to acclimate this to outdoors because this has been outdoors this entire time. And so we have, it looks like 3 of the dwarf sneaky sauce tomatoes, 1 jalapeno pepper so far, and 2 Berry Crazy cherry tomatoes. So this is also going to be something I'm going to put later on. All right, guys, let's go inside. All right, I'm back. We're inside because the rain decided to come back. But I wanted to just say that because I do think, and I feel like, so there's like almost 3 natural waves of things, right? You can have like, oh, where you're early, right? And you start messing around with what if your last frost date isn't your real last frost date, and you plant things out a little early and the frost could come and, you know, kill them off or whatever. And those will get you the earliest harvest, right? So I've actually harvested 2 banana peppers and a violet sparkle pepper already, right? Oh, speaking of which, I should actually go and eat them. I think I want to try the violet sparkle. I think it's supposed to have a small bite, and I believe the banana pepper should just be sweet. I'm making guesses, and I have my seeds right here though, so let's quickly look at those. I believe it's a sweet pepper. Yeah, sweet banana pepper. Yeah, they're just sweet. And then let's look at violet sparkle. Here we go. Oh yeah, it says, oh, so it actually, the most ripe of the violet sparkle is actually red, but it's sweet and crisp, so there should be no spice at all. So I'm gonna try both of them and I'll let you guys know. Matter of fact, should we try them together? Yes, let's do that. Before we do that though, so anyway, I said the super early one, right? Then you have the stuff on time, which is when you follow what they say, like towards the mid to the end of it. So peppers are supposed to be started about 12 to 8 weeks before. Now you're looking more at that 8-week mark, maybe even 7 weeks, right? Then you have the like the super on time people who are not really into, they mostly want to sow directly outdoors, right? So like maybe a week before their last frost date, maybe even 2, right? Because peppers take a while. They can just put them outside. I've heard of that too, where people will do that and it'll come up when it comes up, right? Because people get volunteers all the time. The thing about the volunteers, right, is you want to guarantee a certain number of plants. So in order to do that, you start them. But you do technically make a little bit of a weaker plant when you start them indoors in such safe conditions. So I was doing wild-ish. I had this fan on. I had the fans. At one point I had a small fan randomly blowing on here, and it still don't feel the same as outside, because sometimes I steps outside and the wind moved me. The fan over here is not moving me. So it's outside is just bombastically dangerous outside for the plants, you know. Anyway, I said all of that to say these plants were in fact started early, right? I'm not planting out the seeds now because my last frost date technically was only like a week and a half ago, right? My last frost date. So these are going to go out though and have that miniature plant shock and then grow. So the peppers that are already growing now on already, I plucked off some buds off of some, left other buds on others, just to see how they all do, and to have different waves of harvest. These are going to be behind all of those, right? And they're gonna grow, and then this is going to extend my harvest. So that makes me extremely happy. And someone in the comment section, I am loving the comments you guys are leaving to talk about stuff and to tell me about some like different stuff. Someone said something about like she has an 8x4 raised bed and she has a bunch of onions, I believe, in it right now. And I think she said she's, you harvest it at the end of June or beginning of July. And then once you have that, she's going to go on Succession show. So, slow down. She's going to Succession show. So she's then going to plant carrots and beets. And I think she said something else. Parsnips. I'm so excited to try parsnips. But she's going to do that. So whereas, right, in my beginning growing, I didn't even know you can succession plant. In theory, it makes sense. But when you don't know, you don't know, right? So my idea would be like, okay, once the tomatoes and peppers die, that's the end, right? No, wrong. It's because, especially if it depends what you planted where. So when it comes to peppers, right, James Prigioni, who also lives in New Jersey, said that, he prefers to plant them in bags and stuff like that. That way it's not taking over the garden. You don't have to plant stuff around them. But certain things like the cabbages, the broccoli, the onions, the garlic, carrots, you can then plant again a second round of anything else. Obviously, I personally, living in Zone 6 in Jersey, would not go ahead and plant seeds of like squashes, like my winter squash, because that's not going to do any good for me, because I don't have enough days at that point before the first frost. But other things, like I said, carrots, beets, parsnips. End of July, I can't remember exactly when I planted out my pepper plants last year, but it was definitely like June, excuse me. So I might have, and I started getting stuff towards the end, but it held off long enough that I actually harvested, I think, 2 or 3 times, and my tomatoes were insane. I'm so excited, and I will yank a thing out easy. Now, I can plant some of these in the raised beds and in some grow bags that were in my polytunnel that got ate up by this creature. The creature has still not been captured, though. So I'm thinking, and my trap was knocked over. So I'm thinking that one of my subscribers was in fact correct. This might be a groundhog I'm fighting. So my husband has a big trap, and he's going to put that outside. And we're going to fix up both traps because I'm catching it. And I have enlisted my neighbor. I'm not playing. And I'm gonna name the what's it, hedgehog? No, groundhog, Bucky. Cause I know some people like Bucky Barnes, but I am not a fan, still not a fan. So Bucky not hedgehog, Bucky the groundhog, and I got beef, and I've enlisted my neighbor, and I've enlisted my husband, and we gonna fight you, and we're gonna win, because he ate my tangerine dream peppers. Yeah. I'm trying not to be too sad about it. Especially since that was a seed I did not go ahead and decide to plant more of. Why? Anyway, it's fine. So I'm saying all of this to say I'm super excited for succession sowing. If you hear children acting like children in the background, I cannot help you. I have children. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this whole video. I just wanted to show you those little seeds that have sprouted, because I will definitely be planting those out. I am definitely also going to get this netting and this wood. Yeah. I've already told my husband. My poor husband is stressed. He's like, it's not one thing, it's another. I'm like, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have harvest though. Anyway, hopefully you have a good day, and I wish nothing but blessings and greatness on you. Bye bye.